Stellar, and I've got a timeless pick a card reading for you, and we're going to be looking at who's talking about you and what are they saying. So we have a lot of groups to choose from. We have number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 different groups to choose from. So I am, encourage you to intuitively feel which ones are you drawn to, which image really strikes your fancy. What are you really feeling like, there might be a message for you. Once you've decided that, you can go find the group down below in the timestamps and you can go directly to your message. I want to thank you all so much for your kindness and support. And I've been super crazy busy with all the astrology reports I've been selling. So you guys, thank you for that. And if you do want to purchase readings, you can through Etsy. And I do have astrology reports for the year of 2023. So there's like a snapshot report, which is new, and it will only be for a short period. I think I'll run it through till the end of December, and then it will just sort of be like the year ahead report only. So with that being said, thank you so much for all your kindness, your love, and your support. And again, for those of you that leave donations, gifts, comments, you all mean the world to me. Thank you so much, okay? Let's go ahead and get started. Hello, my friends. So if you chose group number 1 and you want to know who's talking about you and what are they saying, this is your group. And you've chosen this beautiful little teacup here with the flowers growing out of it. And what's interesting is I feel like from the image, of course, that you've chosen, I just do feel like that there is some sort of substance to this person in your life. I do feel like as if it's not a new connection, but one that is still evolving and still has more to come. There's a bloom that hasn't quite bloomed in that sticker, and so what makes me think that there's like, something ahead or something to bloom. Now, I took one Kipper card just to kind of get a clue of who this person is, and we'll be looking at what they're saying. But we have sudden wealth here describing the person. Now, this is number 11, so that could be important here, but I wouldn't put too much emphasis on the number 11. But sudden wealth here could imply that the person that is talking about you has had a recent change of circumstances. And this could mean somebody who's kind of hit the jackpot in some way. It could be that they have recently got a new job or a new position. There could be some sort of opportunity that has come to them recently where there's been some sort of sudden change in circumstances. For some of you, this person could have recently won something in the lottery. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. It could have been a dollar scratch ticket, but you know what I mean? There is that aspect, of course, to it, but it does imply that this person's had some sort of kind of lucky turn of events in their life. So that's what I would say about the person, kind of as a clue. Maybe one more clue as to who this person might be. We have the 8 of Cups as well here, indicating the person. So they could be on a new path, and that's what makes me think that this person's had some sort of change in their life circumstances that's been for the positive. And this could include moving towards a place that is more emotionally aligned with them. This could be about following their intuition, leaving one thing behind, and going towards a new place. So those are kind of the qualities of the person. Now, what are they saying? What are they saying about you? What is this person saying? Okay. Well, nothing but good things about you. Wow. Wow. Okay. So we have the 9 of Cups, the Empress, and the Knight of Cups. What are they saying? That you're amazing, that you're beautiful, that you are supportive, that you are nurturing, that you are someone who makes them extremely happy. You may have given them good ideas, or there's somehow an inspiration here around you or surrounding you. Wow, this is a really good one. I have to say, I feel like this person's saying only positive things about you, to be honest. I feel like that they've probably spoken about who you are as a person. Perhaps they've aspired to be you in some way as well. This also could be somebody who hopes to hit the jackpot, by the way. I should have said that. I forgot. This could be somebody hoping to hit it big. Or, so for some of you, this may be somebody who wants something like what you have as an example and uses you as an example. I do feel that strongly for some of you. Yeah, we have the main person here as with the woman. So it's almost like this person really respects your opinion, and maybe you've given them something as well or helped them out in some way, because we have receiving a gift. But they could also just be talking about what a generous person you are and what a kind person you are. I do kind of wonder if you've done something for this person recently that's caused them to really admire you. You know what I mean? Like maybe you helped them out and it was like, wow, how lucky. So I have a good feeling. And this could be like, perhaps you donated money to someone that you saw needed it, or you did something like that. It could be that person who's kind of had a turn of events because of you. Maybe you made someone's day better. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, today I was at my part-time job, which is at a gym, and one of the men came in and he's in silver sneakers, which is like, it's like for older people, 65 and older. And, I told him, oh, you don't look 65, which he really doesn't. I wasn't just, trying to make him feel better, but he was like pretty excited, I think. And I mean, of course, when I get carded for something, I'm like, ooh, you think I'm that young? Wow, I'm so excited. You know what I mean? And anyway, but yeah, it feels like that. Like you made someone feel good about themselves and they're like talking about it. It's like, or you've done something for this person. Again, receiving a gift, it could be that you've given. But there's a generosity here, a kindness, and I really do feel like this person, it's like it caused them to have such high opinions, high regards of you. And that's like that. They're saying good things about you, to be honest, okay? So whether it's like you brought donuts to work and one person was just super impressed by that, you know what I mean? But there's just something you've done recently that's caused somebody to really talk you up, like this beautiful woman or this beautiful man or whatever, or whoever. It's like they did this and it's like, wow, it made my day, or it made me feel good, or it really helped me out, or something along those lines. So only good things. So no shit talkers for you guys. Someone who's, in a good place and has good opinions of you. So I like that, right? It's positive. Of course, when we delve into this topic, we never know what we'll get in terms of what people might be saying about us. But this is very nice. So yeah, anyway, that's what I'm seeing for those of you that chose group number 1. I know this is a bit of a shorter reading, but you know what I mean? We have a lot of groups, and I thought it'd just be kind of a fun, quick, sweet little reading, and I hope it helps. So thank you so much for being here. If you want to get a personal reading with me, you can by going onto my Etsy, but I'd love it if you guys left a comment below. Let me know you chose group number 1, and tell me what you thought. Do you know who it is? What have you done recently that really maybe had brightened someone's day? Can you think of anything like that you've done recently? Anyway, let me know, and I will see y'all next time. Take care. Hello, my friends. So if you've chosen group number 2 here, we've got the black cat and the books. So let's see here. I love the way that this one's like looking down, and it's just, there's a cuteness to this card, isn't there? I really like black cats. I miss Isis, my mom's black cat. She disappeared finally, and we don't know what happened to her. She just like didn't come home one day to my mom's, and it was very sad. And it's been a few months already, like a few months. It's been since like, I think May. Anyway, that's very sad because she was a very sweet cat. But she was very like ornery and she liked to run around. Anyway, so we have unexpected income. Now, this card is going to signify who is talking about you, okay? Not thinking about you, talking about you, okay? So we have money passing through hands. Now, it says unexpected income. I feel like this could be a financial. There may be something here about like contracts or money involved here. This could be somebody who, if you've been applying for a job or something like that, this could definitely be somebody who's talking about hiring you as an example, giving you an opportunity. This also could be somebody that, for instance, if you have clientele as an example, this could be a client talking about you. Financial interactions could be something here, okay, with unexpected income. Or perhaps you've bought something from someone. There's something there, okay? We have the 6 of Cups. So this is definitely somebody you've known in the past. This could be a previous employer for some of you as well, by the way, because this is kind of going into the past here with the 6 of Cups. So somebody could be reminiscent. This also may be somebody who you know for, this is definitely somebody you know from before. Okay, so you know this person. We have the Knight of Swords here as well, so they could have some air qualities to their chart, as an example, like strong air, like an air ascendant, you know, sun, moon. That could be Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. But yeah, so it does feel like a past person. I feel like that there's a good vibe between the two of you. There's been friendliness, kindness, and so on and so forth. So they are talking about you. I guess I want to find out why they're talking about you. Okay. So yeah, it could be somebody you've worked with before, worked under, or worked with in some way. Yeah. Okay. Now, what are they saying? Ooh. So we have the King of Wands, the Emperor, and the Lovers. You know, by the way, if some of you have applied for a job recently, there could be a person who is talking about you in perspective of giving you a position. Now, the reason why I say this is because the Lovers, I've often seen it in contracts and making choices. So I've had it come out in a lot of job readings as sort of like, who do we choose? And they may be talking about you in comparison to another person, okay? Like about making the right choice in some way. I do feel like this person feels like you're a very high value person, and they probably have mentioned that as well. This could be talking about your passion to make something happen as well, especially if you are a go-getter in life. I would definitely say that they've mentioned this, they've noticed this. Yeah. Let me see a little bit more. What are they saying? Okay, so there's a sharing of thoughts here. I want to say that this person feels like they're high value, and they speak of that here. I really do feel like we could be talking about someone discussing your moral capabilities, like the way that you are. It's like, it's good, okay? This is good. This person, they're talking about, whoever they're talking about, they're discussing you in kind of a more technical way, to be honest. It's almost like your skills, your knowledge are being brought up, and it's almost like somebody who's referring another person to you, or it could be that they're talking about you to hire you, as an example, or there could be that kind of discussion going on. That would obviously apply, or maybe it's promotion, you know what I mean? Like they're talking about, okay, we've noticed that, who do we choose for the promotion, or who, you know, who's going to get that position? We want to offer a position. It feels like that type of thing, actually. And I feel like this person, and even if you're in school as an example, it could be about like your teacher as an example, or professor or something like that, is like kind of wanting to give you maybe a certain responsibility as an example too, okay? But there's definitely, and you may have shocked somebody in some way, and it's like they almost want to give you a raise or some sort of choice here. Of course, there could be also talk about like, will they stick around as well, because they are so high value. So there could be talk in that nature as well. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. So again, I don't see anything negative here. So this is not like negative gossip. This is actually quite positive. And I do kind of feel here that you may be being compared to someone else, though, I will say that. But it's not in a negative sense. It's almost like you're coming out on top in that. It's kind of like, well, so-and-so does this, but so-and-so does that, and it's like really better, or like it's more helpful, or something along those lines. And it's like, in fact, especially if you've started a new job, as an example, this could be showing that they're really glad they took a chance on you, or they're really glad they hired you, okay? That's another possibility here. They could be talking about your quality and, you know, wow, we really hit the big time with this one. You know what I mean? It's going to be good. And so those are the type of messages I'm receiving here in terms of who's talking about you and what they're saying. So I'm so curious to hear below if this resonated with you. Do you know who this is? I'd love to hear from you. And I wish you nothing but the best. If you want a personal reading with me, you can do that through my Etsy store. And I'd love to hear a comment down below. Let me know you picked group number 2, and sending you lots of love. Okay, you guys? Take care. Okay, my friends. So you chose group number 3 here with this beautiful bicycle. I really love the colors on this. It's a really pretty one. So, who is talking about you? Now, I will point out the first card is a Kipper card, and we're going to just talk about who. We're going to try to describe the person by that card. So, we're going to see. And I might clarify a bit with tarot, and then we're going to find out what they're saying. Okay? So, we have a child here, number 18. So, this could be somebody who is youthful. Okay? So, this could literally be a child. For some of you, it might be your child talking about you. And for others of you, though, this might be somebody younger, as an example, or someone new, okay? So new can be a thing, too. Somebody new in your life. Let's see here. Who is talking about them? Ooh. 10 of Wands and the 3 of Swords. Who is talking about them? So we could see some fire qualities, including Leo placements. Possibly. We also have air. Who? This is somebody who has a big burden on them at this time. Like they may be going through a lot. They may have had a recent heartache, heartbreak, as an example. This could be somebody who is generally bright by nature, but maybe going through a difficult time at this moment. I do feel like this person has a brightness to them, and there is a youthfulness, especially with the sun. The sun often has babies on it and young people, you know, and so it does feel like this person is probably youthful, to be honest. And even if they're not, you know, physically young, they have that young at heart type of vibe to them. I want to say that this could be somebody who often tries to remain happy even rain or shine, you know what I mean? Like through anything they try to ignore it, to push it aside. But I want to say that one thing that really stands out to me in this person is that they've recently been through a difficult situation. They may be having a lot more responsibility, but there also could be some sort of heartache going on here. So that's going to kind of signify who this might be. So it could be a friend who's gone through a breakup. This could be niece, cousin, sibling. Do you know what I mean? It could be somebody younger than you, maybe someone new in your life. If you have met somebody new that kind of matches this description, like maybe you know somebody new who's come into your life that's had some recent problems, maybe a recent breakup or, you know, a death or something kind of bad going on. You know what I mean? Like, I would say they definitely have something negative, you know, in their life. And I would say that they do try to push past it. So, what are they saying? We have the 2 of Wands, the 10 of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. What are they saying about them? Well, they could be talking about some sort of possibilities with you. That's a possibility right there. This could talk about how you've helped them, because the Knight of Pentacles is kind of coming towards that 10 of Wands. Makes me think that maybe you've helped them recently, or they need your help, or they want your help. The 2 of Wands is interesting here. It's almost like somebody who says that they want to call you, reach out, talk to you, see you, that sort of thing. They could be talking about you as having similar problems as well, by the way, because that 10 of Wands came out 2 times. So I wonder if you may have shared some similar difficulty with them and they're kind of telling someone else about it. Like that sort of thing. Sort of to give a higher perspective or to... And I want to say that they could be talking to a masculine about you. It could be their like partner or somebody in their life. They could be asking for advice as well. There could be advice. They could be talking about how they saw you, like the last time they saw you as well, by the way. They could also be talking about a future event. I wouldn't say that this has a negative vibe to it. So I don't think that they're talking poorly on you. This does feel like this could even be talking about like the next time they see you type of vibe. You know what I mean? Like, oh, what should I say the next time I see them? Or how could I approach it? Or how could I deal with it? Or that sort of thing. So it's almost like they're looking ahead and making plans. And that's sort of where the talking comes in. It's kind of like, how do I handle this? I guess if you know who this person is and there's been a difficulty between the two of you and you're aware of that, this could be like the person trying to figure out how to realign or how to fix things as well. I do kind of feel in some way that there could be... No, that's all. I'm not going to say the other thing because I don't think that's the case. Okay. Sorry, I'll just leave you with a mystery about what I said. Ha ha ha. Oh my goodness. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing here for group number 3. So that's who is talking about you. Do you recognize who this is? Do you know who it is? Let me know in the comments down below if you have an idea. But I do wish you the very, very best, and I hope that this was helpful. If you want to get a reading with me, you can do that through visiting my Etsy store where you can purchase them. But yeah, otherwise, take care, guys, and I hope to hear from you down in the comments about what you thought. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love it if you liked the video, of course. I would very much appreciate it, but you know what I mean. You do you, and I'm just thankful you were here. Take care, guys. See you next time. Hello, my friends. So, you've got group number 4, and there's a snail on it. A snail. Maybe this person is a bit slow. Let's find out. Let's find out a little bit more. So I've taken a Kipper card just to kind of see who this person might be. Okay? So that's where we're starting. So we have the Toil and Labor card. So, this could talk about somebody who has a very like kind of laborious job, somebody who works very hard, who has a lot of struggles or problems. This could be somebody who's a bit slow at the moment in general, and that could be because they are kind of burdened, okay? Because that Toil and Labor card kind of implies that one is feeling kind of burdened or things are a bit hard, right? I do feel like for some of you, this person could do physical labor, by the way. We have the Page of Swords. I kind of wonder if you and this person have had difficulty and they're very slow to respond. And because of that Toil and Labor, yeah, okay, wow, the Hermit, yes. So it feels like the person that's talking about you at the moment, you're not in contact with this person, okay? You're not talking to them. In fact, they could be spying on you as well. I feel like this person is having a difficult time. They may be really burdened by their job or something along these lines. But I do really feel this is a total shift from the other groups that we've had thus far. This feels like somebody where there's been an ending or a period of no contact, okay? You may actually be in contact with this person on the scale of like, they look at your social media, you look at theirs, but I feel like that there's not much talking going on in this connection, okay? That's what I feel. I feel like they're not talking to you or you're not talking to them, and there's been a period of that. I would say three months at least, 3 to 9 months maybe is the time frame that you haven't spoken to this person. Maybe it could be like less than that, but I feel like for some of you that's the case. Okay, so that might be just a heads up. Now I'm kind of curious what they're saying about you, because it does feel like you're not in contact. This could be somebody who often takes a lot of burden on themselves, so they may choose difficult situations. They may be slow to react to things as well. Let me just see. What are they saying? Okay. I do want to say this person could be thinking that you're a privileged person. They could speak about that. They're speaking about your home life. Is what they're speaking about. It's kind of like their private thoughts. They could also be... Let me look and see. I'm going to pull some tarot because I'm kind of curious here. They are speaking about something that they haven't told you. Let me see here. What are they saying? They're speaking about your family or your home. I feel like this person may wonder what's going on in your life and they're coming up with theories, to be honest. It's like they're talking to somebody else about you and they're coming up with theories. It's what I feel. Okay? We have the Queen of Pentacles as well as the Ten of Pentacles. And we have the Seven of Cups. So, they are definitely talking to somebody. It feels like a wife talking to a husband, possibly, or, you know, two partners talking. It could be like an old friend or something like that with a good lady. I feel like for some of you, this isn't necessarily negative. That they're not necessarily saying something negative. Although, let me just see something really quickly. I want to just see for some of you. No, I don't think so. Okay, I just wanted to rule that out real quick. I didn't want to say it out loud because I know sometimes my words have the power to, you know, cause people anxiety, you know, and I don't want to cause it if it's undue. So I don't feel like that's a thing. Okay. So what are they saying? I think they're talking about your financials in some way, your home, your stability, your relationship, your marriage. There's something there that they're discussing. And the Seven of Cups can talk about fantasy, right? And it can talk about, you know, kind of not understanding everything. So with the fact that you're not in contact with this person, it feels like they may be talking about, I wonder how she did this, or I wonder how they did this, you know, I wonder what's going on with them as well. You know what I mean? And they could be talking about maybe a choice or something that you've made. I'll be honest, I almost wonder how this person may say, like, how are they so successful, or how are they this? I do actually feel like this person admires you a lot. Like, they have some sort of respect for you in the sense of, like, they see that you somehow maybe get what you want or something. I do feel like that there is a little bit of a privileged aspect to this, like where they think that you somehow get something and they're like, well, why do you even... It's almost like if you were on like social media, I'm just going to be honest with you, like blunt. Why do people follow them? Or like, you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of what I'm getting. Because I didn't tell you, well, I don't know if you guys saw, but when I was doing the Kipper, the rich girl tried to come out. And it really did make me think that there's a rich girl right there. It made me think that this person may be talking about your success in some way. And there may be confusion about how are you successful or what's going on. Maybe they only see you from the outside as well. If it's not like that's not the case, like about the success part, or like how are they like this? Because it feels like this person doesn't have it easy. And it's almost like they're wondering how you have it easy. Now, the other thing I would say here is, like, it feels like they're talking about some part of your intimate life, like your private life, like your family or your home, or like what's going on behind the scenes, that sort of thing. Kind of like sharing their thoughts with someone. Oh, I bet like this, or I bet like that, or I don't understand this, or I don't understand that. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting, to be honest. Here, okay? They also... I was trying to see earlier, I'll just be honest, I was trying to see earlier if they were trying to convince somebody else about you. like maybe trying to like talk about you to somebody else, like to kind of shape a reality or you know, some sort of thoughts about you. I know that's not it. So I did check that just in case. So because I wanted to make sure, and I don't think that's the case either. What are this? Is this a good person or a negative person? No, this is a toxic person. Okay, the devil, they are toxic. Okay, so I wouldn't. Let me see here. I would definitely suggest for you to be proud and honestly, I asked what you should do. Six of Wands. Show off because it burns them. Burns them up. Okay? So you may find that, you know, when you are, they're actually, I think, threatened a bit by you in some way. And it's like if you show off, it's not to say you show off in like a cocky way, but it's like just keep being you because it burns them up, I feel, to be honest. And I think it's kind of like undue in a way. I think that maybe there's some undue judgment and on this person's part. So that's what I will say. Like, I don't think you deserve it, to be honest, from what I'm seeing. So it doesn't feel like the type of thing where you said something mean to someone, then they go, oh, you know, and maybe you're like, you know, they'd be talking about you in a way that's maybe fair, you know what I mean? But no, this is not fair. And this person's got issues, so. Ugh. Anyway, I really do hope that this was helpful. And let me know, do you know who this is in the comments below? Definitely let me know. And I wish you the very, very best. If you want a personal reading with me, you can find that in my Etsy store. And their links are all in the description box. But otherwise, take care, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. So you've chosen group number 5 with these books and the quill. I really want the quill. That's what I need. I should ask for one for Christmas. I probably would suck with it though. But let me ask you guys, are you left-handed or right-handed? I'm very curious. Now that I saw the quill, I'm going to ask, because I was just having a discussion about that today, left-handed and right-handed. And I wonder if there's something about this person that you're asking about, because this came to mind. Spirit often brings messages through that way about, I'm left-handed. I wonder if the person that is talking about you is left-handed, but we'll see. I want to go ahead and pull this card over, and we're going to find out qualities about this person, so hopefully you can identify who it might be, but we'll see. Ooh, that's weird. I was talking about hands, and then there's a right hand that's sticking out, so maybe they're right-handed, but anyway, that's kind of weird that I was talking about hands, but there's the left hand is grabbing the bar. So the imprisonment. This person could be in prison, literally, but I highly doubt that for most of you. This can talk about somebody who's very stuck, okay? This could talk about somebody who's in a bad position. Maybe they are stuck in some way in their life. Oh, yeah, they are. This could be stuck by laws, rules, regulations. But it feels like there's a boundary here with this person. I feel like you're probably not seeing much action with this person, to be honest. If you see them, it's an official way. Maybe this person doesn't feel like they can reach out to you for some reason, or maybe they feel like they can't talk to you. I want to say that there is some sort of boundary here. I don't know if it's professional boundary that's kind of coming up here, and that may be the case for some of you. It's like maybe they only get to see you in a certain way, or something like that, but we could see the energy of somebody who is maybe busy battling something else in their life. That's a possibility here. And the Nine of Wands is well, that card often talks about, you know, almost getting towards the end of a journey. There can be that idea of needing persistence, being a bit on guard, drained energy. So I feel like this person in some ways weak. I feel like you don't talk to them. Maybe they're like kind of struggling with themselves or something like that. So I want to see what they're saying about you, because I kind of got the idea that this is a person who's not having a good time. That's what I'll tell you. Okay, so can you tell me, what are they saying? What are they saying? What are they talking about when they talk about them? Mm. So the Moon, the Nine of Wands, and the Seven of Wands, this feels like a feisty energy a little bit. They may be talking about you with confusion. So it's almost like, how do I handle this situation? If you've blocked somebody recently, they may be wondering why, what, how, what's going on here. I'm confused. I'm defensive. Now, I know that's not going to resonate with everyone, so don't take that message if it's not yours. But yeah, it feels as if this also could show somebody who, and I know this is going to be a totally different story, but you need to hear me out on this, because I think this is going to be for some of you. This also could talk about an intuitive connection that's happening where the person doesn't understand it. Like maybe they're a very rational person and they can't quite understand what's going on. But I really do feel like this is somebody who doesn't understand you at this time, and they're kind of talking about it. They may be talking about an argument, a fight, some sort of negative energy. There could be some talk of that nature, to be honest. And if you haven't had an argument with anyone recently, or have had some sort of like, maybe it's not recently, but it's like it exists between the two of you, then I would definitely say this is not your group, and you've probably chosen the wrong one. And I would definitely go back to the beginning and kind of reassess or whatever, your picks or whatever. See if maybe, you know what I mean, you need a different message. After all, sometimes our intuition can get a bit messy, and pick-a cards are great for learning how to tune into it. But yeah, this feels like interesting. We have the Six of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. There could be financial transactions here with the Six of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. Maybe somebody is feeling blindsided by something here too. With the Ace of Wands and the Seven of Swords, they could have felt blindsided by an action you've done. Or maybe they don't understand. Maybe they thought they've been nice, or maybe they thought they've been kind. Maybe they feel like this is a stuck situation. They could be venting about that, or like, you know, kind of letting it out in some way. I want to say that this person may not fully understand you. I feel like that there's a misunderstanding here, maybe on both parts here. But we have the Ace of Wands and the Seven of Swords, and it's almost like, I really do get that word blindsided. So you may have said something that blindsided somebody, kind of like hit them out of nowhere, like what? Maybe they didn't understand what they did, or something like that, but that's kind of what I'm feeling here. They may want to make amends, or figure out how to make amends or make things better, but they may not feel capable of it for some reason. It's kind of like somebody who's put a stop to something. It doesn't really know what to do. So that's what I'm getting. What an interesting reading here. I wonder if you guys, let me know in the comments below if you feel like this was your pile and you know who it is. Let me see, because I feel like, what is the intention of this person? We have the Five of Swords, the King of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. This could be about guarding oneself, getting good advice here. They may actually be talking to more than one person, and they're kind of trying to get advice on how to handle something. I think there's some kind of hurt feelings. There could have been an argument, I think, here, or like bad blood or bad feeling. And it could be that they're just trying to figure out how to move forward, how to get out of this situation. They might have their minds stuck on it, or something like that. Maybe they can't get over it. They kind of still feel like upset about it, about something that's happened between the two of you. This doesn't have to be recent. This could be like months ago. You know what I mean? It could be years ago even. It could be that, you know, Mars retrograde is an example that's happening as I'm recording this now. This is a timeless reading, of course, so that may not apply to you, but later on. But it is going to be a time where a lot of old hurts come back up. You know what I mean? So we see behaviors kind of regressing or going back, or, you know, old topics, old angers coming up as well. And so, yeah, I do hope this was interesting. I really, really do. And let me know in the comments below if you know who this is. You might feel drawn to more than one, so feel free to go and watch another group if you'd like. And I do wish to see you again on this channel. Please subscribe, like the video if you enjoyed it and you want to see more content like this. And if you want a personal reading, you can go on my Etsy and purchase one. So that's all in the description box, as well as the decks I'm using. So take care, guys, and I'll see you next time. Hello, my friends. So if you've chosen group number 6, let's see. Who is talking about you? So what's interesting is that we have the beach here and it looks like Hawaii or something, but so this could mean that somebody is from the ocean, the sea. We have a surfboard there, California maybe, Hawaii, like kind of tropical places around the world as an example too. We have main male. Okay. So we have a masculine talking about you. There's a man somewhere that's talking about you. Okay, what's the nature of this man? Tell me. Okay, we have the 8 of Swords and the 3 of Pentacles. This person could be a bit fearful. This could be a coworker or a fellow student. This could be somebody who is in your circle in some way, or somebody that you kind of have had collaborative experiences with. There seems to be a person who is kind of facing fear in their life in some way as well. So they may have anxiety, by the way, because that can be like kind of fear or blockages here. I love the bunnies. Aren't they adorable in this card? Okay, anyway, what are they saying about you? Do you want to know what song I channeled just now? If loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right. If being wrong means being without you, I'd rather be wrong doing right. Mama and Daddy tell you it's a shame, it's a downright disgrace. Yeah, that one. As long as I got you by my side, I don't care what them people say. Yeah, that song came to my mind. We have the Devil and the Hierophant and the Queen of Wands. There seems to be a moral dilemma. That's what it feels like to me, a moral dilemma with the Hierophant and the Devil. This also could talk about, let me see, let me dig in a little bit more, because it almost feels like somebody could be going, I think someone's talking to you about you to their therapist. I'm just going to be straight up honest. I feel like there could be a masculine that goes to the therapist and is talking, or they're getting advice from somebody who is an elder or a priest or somebody that they really respect, who has a lot of wisdom. I think that this person has certain concerns with the Devil and the 9 of Swords. Like there's certain anxiety when it comes to you. Okay? There could be guilt here if someone's kind of screwed you over, especially if you've been cheated on or you've had some sort of experience there. It could be somebody, especially by a man, like if I'm just channeling this like specifically, but if you've been cheated on by a man, there could be like a desire for atonement here. There may be something that eats away at them, especially because that 3 of Pentacles came out. So it makes me think for some of you, there might be a third person. And this is like, I think, I guess it's probably rare, but you need to hear it. Yeah, this is the thing. Like that's... I mean, of course, yeah, that's what I'm getting. Yeah, there's like conflicting things here. What are they talking about? I do feel like this person has spoken about you as a good person, a moral person, a person of high standing in terms of your behavior. I feel like you are 2 different people. It's almost like this person would be like, I'm a piece of shit and they're an angel, or I'm bad and they're good, is what I'm going to say. Like, I really do get it. I mean, there could be like false judgments, or they feel like you made false judgments against them, but I don't really feel that. I almost feel like this person feels disgrace in some way. To be honest, it's what I'm getting. With the World and the Five of Wands, it could be that the two of you have had conflicting visions. Perhaps one of you, it's almost like you got in a fight or something about the future, possibly as well, I wonder. Not for everyone, but tell me more. What is this person saying? There is something here about the future. And there is also, it feels like this person, hold on, let me tell you. Sorry, there's that. We have the military person. This person could work in the government or military, or have some sort of uniform type of job, or government job, or civil service, or something like that. That's a possibility with the military person card. But so we could see like firemen, ambulance workers, you know, anything in the civil service. But I feel like that there are somehow unmet expectations or a miscommunication. I really do think that someone might be talking to their therapist about you, or towards someone that they respect, about maybe impulses, problematic behaviors, that sort of thing. And I really feel as if somehow there are obstacles or problems towards the future as well involved. Maybe there are arguments about the outcome of something, or disagreements, or not seeing eye to eye about the outcome of something. Maybe they're worried that things won't work out with you as well. Perhaps that this person, you may have somebody who wants to like marry you or be with you, but they're afraid. Maybe they've been burned before or something like that. But I am more inclined to believe that this person has some sort of tendencies that are a bit toxic or difficult to deal with, and they may be kind of expressing this to somebody. I really do think that. What an interesting group, because this is very different than the other ones, I feel. It does feel like there's a big blockage here, though, is what I feel. But yeah. For some of you, really, this could be an attraction that's not appropriate. And there's guilt. I don't know who they're saying it to, but it feels like that Hierophant really says like a therapist, I don't know, or a priest, or someone of like high respect, high regard, is what I feel. Like someone that they regard as like wise, you know, a counselor of some kind to them. Maybe it's a friend who has good experience, or, you know what I mean, in life, or seems level-headed. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. What an interesting reading, you guys. Let me know if you know who this is. I really want to hear it in the comments down below, but I wish you nothing but the best. I hope to see you again on the channel. Please like if you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up so I know to make more content like this. If you want a personal reading with me, you can do that through my Etsy store, which is linked in the description box. But otherwise, guys, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. So if you chose group number 7, this is going to be your reading. So we have the umbrella here. Maybe somebody lives where it's rainy. I'm only happy when it rains. I'm only happy when it's complicated. Okay. We also have Under My Umbrella, of course. That makes me think of that song. But we have change. So to describe the person who's talking about you, we have change. So this could be somebody who's recently moved, or is creating change in their life. They may be changing some dynamic here. Again, this could be like moving somewhere, going somewhere. We have the King of Cups, so this could show a water sign, a masculine energy. We have the High Priestess and the Knight of Cups here. Okay, interesting. I want to say this person for you is hard to predict. That's a quality this person has. King of Cups, Knight of Cups, the High Priestess. It's like, I feel as if there's an intuitive vibe between you and this person. And there may be even a feeling of temptation I'm getting, but it feels as if you don't really understand this person, or maybe you don't even know who this is at all. Like maybe if I describe this person, you might be like, well, I don't know who this is, but it may be because you don't know them well just yet enough, you know what I mean, to find that description. Like maybe you don't know that they moved in the past month, or that they've made a certain change in their life, such as like a change in career, or they've recently undergone some sort of change. Like maybe you don't yet know them well enough. But this feels as if there is an age difference. So one is younger and one is older. And so I can say that much as well about them. I would say they're quite intuitive and sensitive, emotional type of person. I would say very kind of giving, warm, and friendly. We have short illness here too. Short illness and gaining a lot of money. It feels like this person comes and goes in some way. So maybe you see them out of nowhere, and then suddenly you won't see them for a while. And when you do see them, it's positive. But I feel like this is somebody who's kind of in and out of your life, or you don't see them very often, or something like that. I also feel, honestly, like you don't know this person too well. Like you're not actually too aware of who they are as a person, okay? It's like somebody who comes to town like every, so often, or that has recently traveled. Maybe you met somebody recently who traveled somewhere or something like that. But what are they saying? What are they talking about? Go for the 9 of Wands. Honestly, this is weird. Maybe you spoke to them about some sort of travel or a trip or a place of interest. They could be trying to talk to somebody else about this. This is weird. It feels as if it's almost like you give somebody a recommendation and then they're talking about it. Like, oh, well, this person told me to try this or to do this. It's like you maybe gave some sort of advice in passing, and it's like they're discussing it seriously with somebody else, like a third person. Like I feel like that there are 3 people in the situation for sure, and it's like they're telling that other person about it. There might be something that they think is a good idea. It feels as if like you, honestly, really, I do feel like for some of you this is like a travel recommendation, or you told them about going somewhere and they're like, oh yeah, we should go there because so-and-so said we should. You know what I mean? Like that's what it feels like. Or they're asking another person about that. But that's what I'm feeling here. Like that's what they're talking about. Like something that you've said that gave them some sort of perspective, and this does have to do with movement of some kind of change. Maybe as well you gave them some wise advice as an example, and they're discussing it. It does feel like somehow you and this person interact under a situation of change, like I said, and that could be kind of in and out, sort of. I don't feel like this is like a romantic relationship. I think it's more like an acquaintance that you know. And that's what I feel. I'm just going to be straight out honest. I know this might be boring for some of you, because you might be like hoping that someone's saying you're hot or something. I'm not to say that nobody thinks that or says it, but geez, this is just a different story. It's just kind of like, it feels like you've recommended somebody something or said something about, they're really kind of thinking about. What is up with the airplanes in the sky? I don't know what they're doing. Like, it's been nonstop all evening. What are they saying? It's almost like you gave an alternative perspective to somebody, and kind of alleviated some sort of worry for them. And it's like they're trying to, talk about that. It's like, where you give someone like a good quote or a good advice, and it's like they want to talk to somebody else about that. So I think your words had impact on someone. You've said something to somebody recently that's like talking about it to someone else. It could be like their partner or their friend or something, and they're like, here, well, this person I met, they said this, and you know what I mean? And it's like, it's meant to make someone lifted up or alleviated something in some way, you know what I mean? So it's a positive thing, by the way, what they're saying. And interesting, you know what I mean? Maybe again, this is like a helpful thing, like an umbrella. It can help from the rain, you know what I mean? It's like that song, When You're Only Wet Because of the Rain. It's like Tori Amos, Northern Lad. Yeah, that lyric came to my mind. And it's, again, maybe it's like it's something that could help someone get out of the rain in a way, you know what I mean? And offer some sort of like, comfort or advice, or, a dry period where they don't feel like they're getting soaked by something, you know what I mean? Anyway, I hope that you understood what I meant, but I wish you the very, very best. Thank you so much for being here. Like this video if you enjoyed it and you want to see more content like this. Do you like the short and quick readings? Let me know. But anyway, I wish you the best, and if you want a personal reading with me, you can do that in the description box. There's a link to Fancy Store. But anyways, I hope to see you next time. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. So if you've chosen group number 8 with this beautiful bicycle, oh my goodness, I really just want a bicycle like this. It's so cute. So, who is talking about you? And that's what we're going to look at with the Kipper card here, is who is talking about you. And then we're going to look at what they're saying, okay? So who is it? We have poverty. Poverty coming out. So this could be somebody who is literally in poverty. This could talk about somebody who isn't in a very good spot in their life. This could be somebody who doesn't have a lot of money right now, literally, or maybe their health isn't well, or they're just not feeling great about themselves. This could be somebody who's going through a difficult time financially. Who is this? We have the Hierophant. Yeah, this is somebody who's down and out. This person could be afraid of poverty. Maybe they're really struggling to get ahead in life, or they're worried about that. Maybe this person puts a strong emphasis on their finances because they previously have been in poverty. This also could be somebody who has a poverty mindset as well. This could be somebody who's like, oh, life's always bad, life's always hard. You know what I mean? So I will admit that this person, they may have had that kind of mindset. Maybe that's how they were raised, or the beliefs that they were born with, because the Hierophant often reflects, what our foundation is, what our beliefs are, what we've been taught. You know what I mean? Life's a struggle, as an example. God, punishes. He doesn't love. You know what I mean? These sorts of ideas. So it's like somebody who doesn't have the softest mindset or most optimistic mindset when it comes to life. I think this is a person who feels like you got to work hard to get ahead, this sort of thing. So that's the kind of vibe I'm getting off the person right away. Now, we do have the King of Pentacles. So I want to say that they may have overcome some adversity in their life. They may have a good situation now, but maybe they haven't always had that. You know what I mean? So that's who's talking about you. So hopefully you might recognize something in that of this person. Now, what are they saying? What are they saying? I want to tell you, this person may automatically jump to inaccurate conclusions. And I think it comes from a place of insecurity. They could be saying things like, you're better off without them. That's a possibility. But I also feel like they could be saying something like, hold on, let me just, I had a thought and then I kind of lost it. What are they saying about them? What are they saying when they talk about them? Well, this may be somebody who feels trapped in terms of you. Maybe they don't feel like they know how to come toward you. Maybe they feel like you're uninterested in speaking to them. There could be a loss that they're discussing as well with bereavement and prison. This feels like as if somebody's very much stuck. This could be somebody that has a fear of stability and may reject emotional advances. This person could feel like you've rejected some emotional advancement from them, but I don't think so for most of you. This person they could be discussing or talking about disagreements that you've had in the past. I feel like this is a person who says, well, I don't even care, but blah, 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 blah. And then they talk about it for like 10 minutes. Just saying. Haven't we all been guilty about that, right? I have. Raise your hand in the comments below. Give me a high five if you've done that before. I mean, I think every human has at some point in time. I don't even care. And then they'll like fucking talk about it for 10 minutes. Oh, God. Yeah, that's the vibe. This person, it's like they want things to be better, but they don't want to do the work to make it better. So they're just like stuck. I do feel like you could feel sorry for this person. Like, I don't think that they've had it easy. I really do feel like that there's been something. Both of you may have some similarities there, where both of you have had some tough things happen to you or something like that. And it's like, but it's almost like this person wants to work things out, but they don't want to, and then they're stubborn. Honestly, that's the vibe I'm getting, to be honest. Like, it really is. It's almost like somebody who wants you to, like, come back, but they don't want to do the work. And then they'll act like they don't care, but actually they do care, but they're just being stubborn. And that's as simple as it is. That's who's talking about you. Now, if this doesn't resonate with you and you're like, no way, I don't know anyone like this, then you probably have chosen the wrong group, okay? Picket cards are intuitive. I'm pointing that out. And so it requires your intuition to choose the right group. So, you know, you can always go back to the beginning and see another group. But yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting. So let me know if you know who this is. Comment down below, let me know. But if you want a personal reading with me, you can do that through my Etsy store, which is linked in the description box. I love it if you guys subscribed and stuck around. Give me a like if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more. It lets me know. Anyways, take care, guys, and I'll see you next time. Hello, my friends. So if you chose group number 9, we're going to find out who's talking about you and what are they saying. So we've got this cute little ink pot with a quill, and that's what you've chosen. So let's see here. We've got high honor. So first of all, the person that is talking about you, this is going to be signifying them. So this is the Kipper card, high honor, and it represents somebody obviously who is, you know, perhaps esteemed, well respected. They could have a position of power or authority. So this could be somebody who's like a director, a manager, perhaps somebody that's in uniform is an example of some kind. They could work in civil service, or generally they could have a position of authority in some way. Perhaps, you know, they own their own business. They're quite respectful or respected from other people. So that's the kind of person who's talking about you. Anything else here? We have the Page of Cups here as well. Could show somebody who's generally friendly. I would say a friendly and peaceful person here. Yeah, I would say it's a peaceful person. Somebody who, it's weird because Four of Swords could talk about somebody who's maybe inactive. This could talk about somebody who is at rest right now. Perhaps they're taking a break or a leave of absence, but not necessarily. This also could show or signify that you haven't been in contact with this person very much, or you don't talk to them very often as well. I do feel here, like in this card, it looks almost like they're praying. So I wonder if they could be religious or spiritual in some way. But yeah, so we have that energy. Now let's see, what are they saying about you? What are they saying about you? Knight of Pentacles. Okay. We've got the Knight of Pentacles, the Justice card, and the Devil. Okay. Well, that's interesting about the Devil. Why the Devil? Theft. Okay, so, I will mention something here. This person could be talking about... It feels as if there must be something going on here where someone feels something isn't fair. Or maybe it's about justice in some way, because the Devil and the Theft card makes me think this person could be like, okay, to be honest, there could be somebody who's trying to win the esteem of somebody else at work, and maybe kind of trying to take means that are a little bit shady. They might put on a good front, a good smile, a good performance, but I kind of wonder if behind the scenes they are a little bit tricky, to be honest, here with the Devil. It feels as if, especially for those of you that are kind of diligently working hard, I'm going to be honest, like somebody could be talking about you that you're not maybe working as hard as them, or maybe they tried to say things like, oh, they bailed, or blah, blah, blah. Okay? So I'm just going to be honest. I know some of you might not want to hear that, and that's all right. I'm sorry about that. And if you don't feel like this is a possibility for you, of course, feel free to pick another group or whatever. Pick-a cards are very much based on our intuition, but I will say, for some of you as well, this could be a previous employer who regrets losing you if you've left because of negative circumstances. There could be talk about that as well. Especially with the Justice and the Devil, perhaps there's been not a reckoning, but sort of, maybe some sort of reckoning or some sort of understanding as well here. Or otherwise, I do feel like that there could be somebody who's kind of, it's almost like someone who's lazy, who is, I don't know, saying something about you. Maybe it's somebody who wants high honor, but doesn't do the work, by the way, because even up here, and that may resonate with some of you. It's almost like there's a lot about what's fair and not fair being talked about here, which is interesting. What's fair, what's not fair. There could be legal proceedings, literally, that they're talking about. They could be talking about you in a legal sense. As well. So if you are having like a court case with anyone, this very much could be that situation. Could be like even people of law talking with the client and so on and so forth. I highly doubt that's going to be for most of you, but that's definitely a possibility here. But yeah, this is what it feels like. So I feel like, gosh, makes me think that maybe not such a great talking about you type of situation. Let me see. What is this person's like kind of mood about them when they talk? So the Page of Swords on the negative sense can talk about somebody who's a bit of a gossiper, a little bit sneaky, malicious, as well. What's their attitude? They're in it for themselves, for their gain, for their comfort. Okay. This is somebody who acts from a place of fear, anxiety, lack. This is also, I feel like, somebody who has a hard time confronting. It's almost like whispers and like backstabbing, to be honest. Gosh, I don't like I don't like negative readings, to be honest. And I feel bad that this is out there, but maybe a lot of you are aware of it. I imagine that many of you are aware. You probably, let me ask, are they aware of this person? Most of them watching, are they aware of who this is? Yeah, the world. They're seen. You know who this is. I feel like if you don't know who this is, then probably, it's not your group, okay? I would say it's more inclined to go choose a different group and see where you're intuitively drawn elsewhere. Yeah, it feels like you know this person with the world. That's like a yes. It's like, oh yeah, you know who this is. So yeah, it feels like, I don't know, what could you do about this situation? That's the thing. I kind of want advice for you, because I'm like, what would you do in this situation? Probably ignore them. But sometimes when people are doing this kind of backstabby crap, it sucks, you know? What could they do? Well, always be truthful and honest. This also could be, you just put your money where your mouth is. You know what I mean? I think for you, it's like you show through your actions here. And I wouldn't let this person stop you in any way, shape, or form. The other thing here with the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands, I would say this could be confronting it, honestly, kind of calling this person out if you feel comfortable. But the money where your mouth is, like, type of thing, it's like almost like, you know, just kind of keep putting in the effort that you know what I mean, that you do. And just be, you know, wise, honest, kind of, I would say not to be too, don't blow up or anything like that. Just keep going and essentially kind of going in your own direction. Don't pay too much attention to this person. Also, for some of you, I do feel like if you have proof on this person that they're doing something, you should definitely share that. But I don't feel like that's for all of you. And I feel here that in many ways you're going to have a situation here where the reality will be observed. The reality will be understood. And that's also part of it, is like allowing it to kind of happen. Because I think that you may find that the circumstances don't go in this person's favor. You know what I'm saying? And don't worry, they'll get theirs. Okay, so with that being said, that is your reading. I really do hope it was helpful, and hopefully the advice at least I could pull out was helpful in some way and maybe brought some sort of peace of mind in this situation. But I wish you the very best, and I hope that you are happy, healthy, and doing good, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Please like if you enjoyed this video so I know to post more of this type of content. And of course, if you want a personal reading, that's all on my Etsy store, which you can, you know, purchase any kind of reading there that I sell. So take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time.